Hola, hola. Welcome to LexMoves. Thank you so much for tuning in to my very first video, just starring me, my life, performing, instructing, all of the things. Before you all go any further, please make sure that you like and subscribe to my channel. Let's get this day started. So here we are heading to the media center, aka the library, for the kids to have their study Tuesdays. The band director, Mr. Eckert, he wanted to incorporate this for the kids to be able to have time to do homework, study, start any projects, work on any papers, or for me, I just personally give them assignments if they don't to write out their life goals, to teach them how to list goals and to also apply those goals and how to get to those every single day. So let's get started. So we try to make sure these kids get right, keep their mind right, put education first. That way they learn how to prioritize now at the age that they're at. And then we have one coming over here that has all the questions every single day, all the time, 24/8. She's always asking me questions.
No, I don't. So you want me to do this at home?
No, I want you to do it right now.
But how? I don't got nothing to search for.
You have a cell phone?
It's broke.
All right, so we just finished up with study hall. The kiddies are getting ready to go to practice. We're gonna get the day started. Seniors has a meeting at 6. So we're gonna go and do this. So here we are in the studio upstairs, about to get ready to prepare for stretching, dancing, stands, all of the things, cleaning. And then my captain's going to come in the camera. As you can see, she's going to have a little bit to say.
Guys, this is Lil Mama here, Tanaya. So we're gonna get ready and do some practice. 9 times out of 10, we're gonna stretch. So yeah, what I tell you.
So I believe in group stretching. I feel that group stretching really helps the overall energy for the dance team to be unified as one. Also, just to ensure that the girls are really getting their bodies prepared for the day for dancing, that they are warmed up and stretched out as much as possible. So I like to incorporate some little exercises to strengthen them. So we do some strength training, we do flexibility training, all of the good things. Some of the stuff the girls hate when I lead them to do, we're about to get ready to work out our hips and stretch them out to prepare them for their center splits. And I make them purposely do them because you guys, you're going to see they hate doing center splits. But that's okay because that's what I'm here for, to push them. So you're going to see that we're kind of just preparing our hips, opening them. I also like to make sure that they have the proper technique of their feet being turned out, legs and hips being turned out in certain positions. That way that they can fully get that stretch that they need. Here they are in excruciating pain in those center splits. I love it. So when I was a student at Carver High School, many moons ago, we rarely had anyone to kind of come in and pour into us technique, the proper technical ways of doing things. So I really try my best to pour into these girls as much as possible, making sure that they are applying themselves at the fullest potential. A lot of them get uncomfortable in certain things that we go over, but I always just make sure that I'm just motivating them and pushing them to be open to learn new things and to just adjust as they go on. So we're working on kicks and chaîné turns. No, I don't have a technical background growing up in the studio, but I am what you would call a self-taught dancer, very passionate from a very young age to just learn from others around me who knew what I didn't know. And that really just grew over the years. and it worked for me. And so, yeah, I'm just doing what I know and passing it on to the girls. Now we're moving on here to stands. As you can see, they're going over one of their number stands to make sure that we're working on cleanings and all of the good things. This is Mr. Brandon, you guys. He is the instructor, aka the assistant director for the marching band. All right, he graduated from where?
Winston-Salem State University.
Yeah. So yeah, y'all heard it here, folks. So today was practice. It was Tuesday. They usually have study time on Tuesdays, which is from 4:15 to 5:15, and then they go on with the rest of practice until 7 o'clock. Today the girls, we just worked on technique. We worked on stands, and I taught them like new technical movements and jumps and turns and stuff like that. Simply because we were missing quite a few people from practice. We had seniors who had a senior meeting at 6 o'clock with their parents. You had people missing because of outside emergencies. All types of things is going on today. So this week, I'm hoping, praying to the Lord up above, that the girls are retaining everything as far as the stands go. I don't know if we're doing the halftime show this weekend, which I hope that we are, because I really want them to be getting this experience of doing the field show, getting comfortable with performing, facial expressions, energy, technique, what it means to critically think, spatial awareness, all of the things, all of the above. They need to be working on it. And so me as a coach, I want to tackle all of those things. Tomorrow's gonna be Wednesday. I'm gonna come back, we're gonna do all of this, but it's probably gonna be a whole different schedule because we're probably gonna have a few young ladies to come back. But tomorrow is Wednesday, and I do dedicate some of my time on Wednesdays to going to Bible study because the Lord comes first in everything that I do. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be talking to you. That rhymes, I have bars. Sorry, not sorry. But so, we'll just follow up tomorrow. Thank you. So here we are at practice again. I have just gotten here. I had to get me something to eat first. I usually just leave it up to my captain and co-captain to lead practice until I get there. They usually already know the schedule of what to go over. So no one really talks about how difficult it can be to be a dance coach, just in general. But for high school girls, you're dealing with a lot of them that has never danced, like ever on any dance team. So coordination and just teaching them to be aware of themselves and their body can be a tedious job, but to see the results of their growth over time is amazing. So it's one of the great perks of being a coach. If you are someone who has ever considered to coach a dance team or to have your own dance company one day. Also, just a background on myself. When I was a student here at Carver High School, if you don't really know me, you won't really know this story. But when I started on this team, I literally just started off as a banner girl. So I made the team as an alternate when I auditioned in the 8th grade. But I worked so hard, like harder than most. When people were taking a break, I was up dancing. It was to the point where I got on my mom's nerves so bad. I'll just be jumping around, bumping things, making all kinds of noise, and she was over it. But now, she sees that all that dancing and practicing that I was doing, it was worth it because I am the dancer that I am today, very hardworking and passionate. And I don't mind, just doing what I have to do to really reach a goal. That's one thing about me, or just what's important as a performer, as a person, have an ambition. When you have ambition, nothing or no one can get in your way. And with that being said, I went from being an alternate banner girl to being a captain for the team. So go figure, right? Crazy story. A lot of people remember it and they're like, yeah, that's the girl that really she did that. And I can only give glory to God for that, because he put me in position to where I was able to really to just keep going and not give up, and to have a talent that was buried deep inside of me that I always really had. I just had to channel it. So yeah.
She loves us so much. We
her favorite.
yeah. And y'all should add me on Instagram at ZyGMG_.
At inventory__. 2 eyes on the story.
I look cute. I like this.
I hope she posts that too. I hope she posts that too. Oh, and yes.
So in this day, you're just going to see us doing a lot of cleanings and getting everything together, making sure that everyone is confident with the dances as much as possible for stands. That way we can make sure that everyone makes it in for stand time.
So you guys, this is another one of our staff members. This is Mr. Brown. He is the drum tech for the drum line here at Carver High School. Please tell us where you went to school, Mr. Brown.
I went to the illustrious North Carolina Central University.
Okay.
Also a graduate of R.J. Reynolds High School.
Okay,
Yeah.
R.J. Reynolds in the house.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right, well, I mean, tell us about your experience with being the instructor here at Carver so far.
So this is year 3, well, full season 3, so 3.5 years so far. And I've watched this line go from a solid, decent foundation to now first place trophies. You know what I'm saying? Second place trophies and thirds, you know what I'm saying? Hardware for sure. And I've also watched these kids grow from immature, young, coming out of middle schools to now juniors and seniors that are now mature and also educated on the ways of life.
Yes, that's what these kids need. This generation are filled with a bunch of I don't cares.
For sure.
So yeah, we are thankful for you, Mr. Brown, for being the human being that you are to these kids in their lives. Please stay tuned, you guys, for more introductories to the staff of the Carver High School Marching Band.
All right, you guys, so you all saw a little snippet of practice today. We were doing stands, we were doing flag, we did some technique, we did some strengthening and conditioning at the end of practice. So the girls really sometimes have a hard time pushing through, especially when they're tired, but that's most of us as dancers and performers. But my job as the coach is to push them to their fullest potential, even when they're tired, to remember that it's mental, that pain does not last always. But of course, that's always a process. Once again, thank you for tuning into my channel. Please be sure to like and subscribe to LexMoves and be on the lookout for the next video.